This is Ashwin Detani recording my Lab 3 video for CP4020. And in Lab 3, I'm asked to make a heat toggle function which uses the GPIO mode for heating up a circuit, to create a heat circuit uh, work it automatically without any input from the user. So these are the conditions. If the Fahrenheit is less than 65.5, the circuit heats up, and once it's above 67.1, the circuit turns to be low. And the RES points are my GPIO pins 7 and 8. So the code is like I'm using P940 to read my temperature pin. Over here I'm making my GPIO pin for output, my temperature pin which reads the temperature as an input, and over here I'm getting my temperature, and once it's done it's called a heat toggle function which does this part of the code. If it's 65.5 it heats up, and if it's greater than 67.1 Fahrenheit it just cools. And this is my working as well as the code part. So I have used this two GPIO pins connecting to my resistors, and this LED just indicates if it's heating or cooling. So once it's off it's cooling, and now it's heating. And that's my TMP36. The temperatures can be seen over here. Thank you.
Hello, this is Winlay, and this is my Lab 3 demonstration. And I've got a code right here. I'm using two LED rays here to as my reheat sources, and I'm setting the temperature based on Celsius degree. And if it's less than 27 Celsius degree, it's gonna turn the LED on, and if it's greater than 28 degree, it's gonna turn the LED off. And I'm trying to run it now. So for right now it's 27 degree, and yeah, it's done. It's just on because it's over 30 degree right here. It still says 27 degree. I'm making it like hotter. Yeah, it's on again. It's off again because it's just 30 degree right here. Yes, and it's on again.
Hello, this is John Morrison, and this is my heat source circuit. I've got my 3 LEDs and a thermometer in the middle. Right now they're heating up the thermometer, and yeah, so at some point they reached the threshold in which these turned off, and it went all the way down. and then these turn back on. And yeah, oh, there it went, turned off, and now they're heating back on. All right, I'm running my code. The lights and the heat source is kicked on, goes up until 60, and then it'll go back down to 58.6. So right now we're in the low 59s, and it is still running 59.6. It's kind of bouncing around, but the overall trend is upwards. And then it'll cool back down. Yep, so we're at 59.7, and let's see here. It just touched 60 for a second, but it's got, yep, there it goes, over 60. And now you can see it's starting to go back down. And it's back down to 59.3. And it sometimes takes a second to cool back down. Try to cool it down a little faster here. I've got it set right now at 58.6. I'm having to adjust, you know, just depending on where I am, temperature in the house and all of that. There's Wyatt. And yeah, it's still at 59. $58.7. We get down below 58.6, and it's kicked back on, and now it's heading back up.
This is the heat source circuit. I use 4 LEDs in here to heat up the temperature sensor. These are the readings. If it's heating too much, then the LEDs are turned off, and once it's cooled down, the LEDs are automatically turned on, and then the heating starts again, and once it's too much hot, it turns off, and the other is